So the best part of the STEM Academy is that there's so many options for classes. So classes like AP Physics, AP Chemistry, or AP Environmental Science, they really helped broaden my knowledge of science. And then also the various academic competition teams in the STEM Academies. So ones like Science Academic Super Bowl with Mrs. Rose, they really helped me focus on science outside of just the classroom context.
I dipped my feet in a lot of different subjects. I was in AP Chemistry, AP Environmental Science, Physics Honors, and AP Calculus all in 1 year. So it was really cool to get to see every area of the science.
They say calculus is like the language of science, and that really is true, especially with physics and chemistry, and it even extends into biology, where calculus is just everywhere. And Penn really does have a really extraordinary calculus program. Mrs. On taught AB Calc, and now she's teaching BC Calc, and she's really a fantastic teacher, and I really owe a lot to her knowing how to use calculus and applying it. And it's really an exciting process learning more and more.
I don't know, as far as classes and academics go, I think the STEM classes are fabulous. I think they're challenging and rigorous, but also engaging. I think they do a good job there.
So one thing that I've noticed as the STEM Academy has evolved over the past few years is that the students in the STEM Academy have started to really create their own pathways for learning. But we have more and more students who have taken many of our core science, pre-engineering and math courses, and then they're kind of carving their own pathway. So I'm seeing a lot of student initiation. Students are coming to me saying, I want to have a chemistry Olympiad team. How can I organize a team? How can I help them organize a team? I want to have a biology Olympiad team. We have students that are involved in academic Super Bowl, in the science team, in the math team, and these students are doing their own research. Then we also have students who are find partnerships through Notre Dame that become involved in QuarkNet, or that just have a connection through Notre Dame and they do their own research.
Okay.
And
so I've been working with a biologist at Notre Dame, and I've been working on immunotoxins. So what this lab has done is they've synthesized a protein that has a targeting sequence and an immunotoxin sequence. So what this protein will do is it will find cancer cells and it will kill them selectively, and it won't kill normal cells. So obviously this is very important in cancer treatment, because targeting only cancer cells is a prime goal of cancer treatment.
Okay, well, I started off doing a project during the summer before my sophomore year. It was designing a vertical axis wind turbine with a bearing that was based on water instead of mechanical ball bearings. And so I went to the regional fair, advanced to the state fair, and lo and behold went to ISEF. And it was really just probably one of the greatest weeks I've had over the past 4 years at Penn. It was held in Pittsburgh. It was a week of science fair, and it was with 1,500 other students from around the world who do science projects, and there were Nobel Prize laureates and all sorts of other people who spoke, and it was just a great experience.
So when I organized Chemistry Olympiad this year, it started off as just an idea. I did it last year by myself, but this year I talked to Mrs. Bowersox, and right when I suggested it to her, she was really open. Immediately she looked it up for me.
Well, the idea started, I went to the International Science Fair a couple years ago, and there's a lot of people that were talking about other science competitions they had been a part of, and one of the ones that caught my eye was iGEM. It stands for International Genetically Engineered Machines, and it sounds kind of intimidating, but basically it means that you design a biological agent, so like a protein specifically, that has a specific function. So some people...
We also have quite a few community partners. Of course, we have the well-known collaboration with Whirlpool Corporation in Benton Harbor, which has been very valuable to us. Through that, we're actually developing a relationship with Innovation Park, where actually some of our students who will be finalists in the Whirlpool Innovation Challenge will be going to Innovation Park in November, and their presentations will be judged or critiqued by experts from Innovation Park. We have a collaboration with Merrily Environmental Lab through Goshen College, and we have students go out there multiple times a year in both AP Environmental Science and Advanced Environmental Science to conduct research there on site. And then we're also working with St. Joe County Parks Department. They are just developing a outdoor learning lab near St. Pat's County Park, and that is in conjunction with Notre Dame. And of course, Notre Dame remains a very strong partner with us. Many of our students do research there. And then we also have a few students who get involved through QuarkNet, which is an opportunity for not only students but also adults to be engaged in research through Notre Dame. We have some collaboration with Ivy Tech and then also with Indiana University at South Bend. The Purdue University of Technology at South Bend offers a STEM symposium every year that we send a whole busload of students to, and that exposes them to some of the opportunities in STEM careers.
Well, one of the things that we do with Advanced Environmental is stress the importance of water quality and how water affects us here locally, and how does that affect our students, and what is it going to do for them in the future. And one of the great things is tying in with Goshen College. They have an environmental center, and it's called Mary Lee Environmental Center. And we go down there and we do a complete water quality lab with them. So we take them out in canoes, they actually test the water, they're looking for nitrogen levels, they're looking for oxygen levels, they're looking for acidic levels. So we're testing that. And the other lab and the other partnership, if you will, is working with the University of Notre Dame, and we tie in sustainability with our environmental students. And this spring they are going to make their own solar cells, and they're going to use blueberries, raspberries, suntan lotion, and tree leaves and make their own solar cells. So how neat for someone to say, I'm going to take blueberries and make a solar cell? I didn't know I could do that. And they're going to learn how to test that. And Notre Dame is working with us on that. And they've asked us to bring students over and take them through their labs, show them how to put them together. The students are going to put them together.
So this year we're going to have our second annual STEM exposition, and that will be February 8th. And so we will have again, the Middle School Science and Engineering Fair there, and that is another student-led initiative in the STEM Academy, where we have students actually organize the Science and Engineering Fair for middle schoolers. They go to the middle schools, they promote it.
The crucial part about the STEM Expo is that interest in STEM starts when you're young. I know that I was interested in science probably before elementary school, and so it's really crucial that you get kids interested in science, interested in technology and things like that when they're young. So I think the STEM Expo is a really good outreach project. My role in the STEM Expo is the coordinator of the Middle School Science Fair, and this is designing a science fair for the middle school students within PHM.
One of my favorite things that I have done through the STEM Academy is designing this middle school science fair. So this is something that I and another classmate, Timothy Liu, and I wanted to do for some time. And then Mrs. Bowersox told us that she was going to hold a STEM Expo as part of the Academy, and it was like the perfect opportunity.
An additional opportunity to excite young students about STEM would be perhaps the introduction of Project Lead the Way in the middle schools. They do have a gateway program, and hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of that program and implement that in our middle schools. And then they also are starting this year Project Lead the Way Launch, which will eventually be a series of 12 STEM modules that are designed for students K through grades 5. PHM has applied for a STEM grant, and if we do get the grant, then we will pilot in some of the 4th grade classrooms the STEM launch program, and then also introduce Gateway into our middle schools.